Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to Shifting Lanes 2. My name's Chad, and today we are talking about one of your favoritist subjects, and that is Volvo, specifically their electric vehicle arm, Polestar, who used to be their performance division, and before that, a race team. But in any rate, they are keeping the current Volvo tradition of just epically awesome design. Whether it be interiors or exteriors, Volvo just nails it better than most, if not all, of the competition. So today, Greg and I actually talked about this on our most recent live stream. If you want to check those out, head on over to our Facebook page or Shifting Lanes Live on YouTube. And when you like this video, guys, give us a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our content, whether it be these stream highlights or our vlogs featuring our actual cars, including Greg's V60 Polestar. But that's it for me, guys. Enjoy the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.
This thing is so unbelievably gorgeous. I mean, I got more excited seeing this than the Cobra because look at that! Look at that thing! Oh, I love modern design. Cobras are cool, carbon fiber bodies are cool, but look at that beauty. Polestar, two-door, coupe sports car, EV, because Polestar it's Volvo's, EV arm now. But man, if that thing came out, sign me up. I'm on the list. If it came out just like that, that's cool. I mean, it's beautiful. And there's some cool features to it. One of which is this car comes with a drone that actually will detach from that little slit in the back, that little line that went down the back of the hatch or the rear deck there. The drone comes out of there and pops off, and it can go 56 miles an hour and follow you and record you, which is cool. That's pretty amazing. But I mean, that gimmick aside, look at that. That is a masterclass in modern design.
An electric roadster, a hardtop convertible, and it's basically to offer a blend of open-top performance and thrilling driving experience in the electrical era. So what it is it's built on a bespoke aluminum platform that is shared with the Polestar 5. I hadn't realized that we were up to 5. I only knew about Polestar 2, but,
Yeah, there's a bunch. Three's coming out as an SUV, but 4 and 5 are essentially just concepts.
So it's based on the 5. Polestar's R&D team in the UK promises to deliver tight body control, high rigidity, and intuitive dynamics. The chassis is also geared towards heightened dynamic response, which managed to provide small roll angles and high roll damping. The steering wheel is also tuned to be agile, direct steering feel with linear engagement, with great steering torque buildup. Whoever wrote this article, I have no idea, but basically, here's an electric roadster. It looks great. It's going to be fast because electric car. Let's face it, when you eliminate the internal combustion engine, what you have left is the car's the way it drives and the way it looks. And this is another one of those examples. If you owned one of these, you're going to want to turn around and look at it every time you walk away. And that is what a car is supposed to do. This is beautiful. It is elegant. And the great thing about Polestar is they have no tradition to try to uphold, right? I mean, yes, there's a Volvo tradition. And yes, I would like the Polestar 6 to be a 240 wagon that's all electric. But I mean,
that would be awesome.
I mean, talk about, electric utility and so on.
So I'm going to say something really controversial here. This is the best looking electric sports car ever designed. Probably one of the best design concepts ever made. I've been kind of going back through my folder. I'm a huge design nerd. I've in the last 10 years really gotten into aesthetics of cars and design and things like that. And I have a folder on my laptop or my desktop that basically just has a ton of different concepts and design cues from the auto industry for the last 20, 30, 40 years. This is it's in my top 5 ever. It's probably to me, it's the best EV sports car, or at least design ever, because there you have a roadster that looks like a super sports car. A speedster? It looks like a 911 speedster. It looks like a performance coupe or coupe, and sort of the same vein as the Lotus Evija that's coming out. We have fans elsewhere, Chad. coupe, whatever.
Yes, but when they talk to us, they're not going to say coupe because we say it that way. They're just going to say coupe.
Yeah, true. True. Either way, whatever. Coupe, it doesn't matter how you say it. It's awesome. And it has this like speedster sort of feel to it. I mean, to me, again, yeah, this is the best EV concept car ever designed. I think, I mean, the rear haunches are amazing. The wide bodiness to it, the way that everything sort of curtails into the doors, the rear light bar, everything works beautifully. And I think Volvo's design team on the whole, and that extends to Polestar, obviously, they are some of the best design people, for lack of a better word. They're one of the best design teams on the planet, and this just sort of speaks volumes to that. Like, this is. It way blew away my.
Well, this is what you wanted from Polestar from the beginning, right? I mean, okay, so it's electric. Let's just drivetrain aside. The way this thing's going to perform, the way it looks, and the segment it's slotting itself into, right? Polestar was a race team who became a performance arm like AMG. Then they became, the EV arm, and then immediately made a hybrid, not in a full electric vehicle. But now they're all electric from here forward. As far as I understand it, this is what you expected, man. Like, you came from racing. This is it, man. Like, your Polestar S60, is, the AMG version of that Volvo, or the M car, whatever you want to call it. But like, right. Let's go, because AMG has the GT, and Polestar now has this thing. Okay, so it's an electric car.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, you look at that car and it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
You step on the throttle, and okay, you're not going to have the acoustic drama that you would with a internal combustion engine car, but the fact that your ass is going to be firmly planted in the seat, in addition to the rest of you, is going to add a new form of excitement. I mean, the NHRA changed their rules for street legal cars because electric cars and the Demon, but mostly because these electric cars are running 9-second passes and without touching.
Out the box.
There's a part of me that's sad that there's not really much you can do from a custom standpoint. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to sit here and add a cold air intake to my electric motor and make it make 5 extra horsepower.
Though you may be able to do that in the future with like electric motor cooling and stuff like that.
Because I mean,
the
motor's limited by the input, and the input's limited by the battery. So you could there's going to be stuff to do and things like that. But I mean, really, do you need something faster than 9 seconds? No, you don't. That is fast.
No one does, and they shouldn't sell that to the general public either.
918 Porsche, fast. Think about that.
That's crazy. And I was actually you guys probably saw me like do this. I was actually on one of these pictures.
Keeps.com.
The front tires on this you can actually see in one of the pictures. They're 255/35s. So that means, I would imagine, it's a staggered setup on this thing. You're probably looking at like 285, 295 rears. Just based on tire specs, they are making this into a performance car.
Well, the shape, and the tire specs.
If you look at it purely from that,
I mean, this thing's gonna be fat. If it's like the Polestar 1. Carbon fiber is a very real possibility for the body, if not the entire construction. I mean, they say it's based on the Model 5, so we'll have to wait and see. Like, I don't know enough about the Model 5 to say what it's based on, but I'm guessing some form of aluminum chassis. Obviously heavy because of the batteries and things like that in there. But they proved with the Polestar 1 that you could have a girthy as hell. What is that thing, like over 5,000 pounds, because it's got like 7 powertrains, and that thing can still do 0 to 60 in a snapping your neck time. It still handles the weight well. So now that it's just an EV, it's going to be on the heavier side, but I guarantee you, driving that, you're not going to feel like it's as heavy as it actually is. I come on, man, like, bring it out. Like, the good thing about this, our electric future, from a purely enthusiast and journalistic point of view, is companies like Polestar. Polestar was, again, people knew them, but not a lot. Now you're going to look at this, and people are going to, you're going to see a review on it on, say, Top Gear or the Grand Tour or something to that vein, or Shifting Lanes.
Gonna go,
You're going to see a review of it on Shifting Lanes and be like, "Tell me more about these guys."
Please give it.
Please give it. And that's what I love. And 10 years ago, who was Rimac? And now Rimac does a lot of the electric motor engineering for the big electric, like all those bespoke. The Pininfarina and a couple others use Rimac technology.
Yeah, and not for nothing, they just bought Bugatti.
So absolutely, and things like that. So like,
Yeah.
You're looking at all these different electric, and what I love about it is you went through a classic era of British sports cars, right, where a bunch of guys in their garages produces some really good looking cars with questionable electronic choices, and they just spat out these cars, like MG, TVR, Austin Healey, all these different things, chucked out a bunch of really cool little cars. And I think because the simplicity at which it is to make a chassis for an electric car, right? You don't really have to worry about doing your engine. You don't have to develop an engine. Someone's developed the motors, someone's already developed the battery packs, and you just build the skateboard, as it were, right? And then you can almost put any body you want on it. And I think that's going to promote a lot more of these sort of small brands. Not saying Polestar is a small brand, but it might inspire a small brand to just start chucking out all these little sports cars and things like that. And then the more that's competition, these things become a little bit more affordable and things like that. So you're going to see, I think we're poised for a golden age of sports cars from a choice perspective. And again, it's not electric or it's not a gas engine, but let's face it, gas engines are being killed off. We're in good hands. Is the long way of saying that is we are in good hands with these electric cars and cars that look like this and cars that say, hey, electric motors are great for performance, they're great for efficiency, and we can give you the best of both worlds.